being proud of people. Can you talk about Jake and what you showed you tonight?
Well, it's, you know, I've told you guys, if you guys have asked me, it's my job to get players to be consistent. That's the biggest difference between a college freshman and a college senior, is that they're consistent. They understand what they have to do day in and day out and how they have to perform day in and day out to be a good basketball player. That's life. That's just like me. I can't come in and just coach well when we're playing well. I can't come in and coach bad when we're playing a mediocre team. When we were preparing to play Savannah State, it was my job to prepare the team the same way I prepared them to play Texas tonight. You know, that doesn't change. And you know, that's a difference between kids and men, you know, is that we understand our jobs a little bit better than kids. I know I didn't understand my job when I was 18. You know, I worked, but I didn't understand how to work. And, you know, and that's something that Jacob, you know, he's gotten better at it, at being more consistent. And the more consistent he is, the better he becomes as a player. And the better your players become, then the better team you can have.
How good was he tonight?
He was good. I thought he, you know, had his moments that, you know, defensively, like we don't protect them by playing zone. I don't like to sit back and hope people miss. That's not my personality. That's not who I am. I like to attack people, and if they're going to miss, we're going to make them miss. I'm not going to sit back. If I had to be a boxer, I'm not going to be a guy that's going to backpedal and figure out a way to not get hit. I'm going to go in, and if I get hit, I get hit, but I'm going to go hit too. And that's how I coach the game. That's how I believe the game should be played. And you know, he had some moments defensively, you know, right in the middle of the second half, whether he was tired, young, whatever it may be, where he didn't guard the ball, you know. And you know, but I'm sitting here talking about a young man that's 18 playing his first college season against the best point guard in the country, you know. So it's you know, it's I couldn't be prouder. These kids have laid it on the line for me all year, and as a basketball coach, that's all you can ever ask for.
Michael, was Texas that good, or was it just one of those nights?
Like Coach said, they've been playing better than any team in the country. You know, they're a good team. They defend. You know, they got a whole army. You know, we played our hearts out. We just couldn't come up with the win.
What makes them so good defensively in your mind?
They got everything you would want, you know, ball pressure, they got big bodies, they got shot blockers. You know, they got everything you need.
Okay.
Frank, a couple weeks ago you talked about you're trying to compete for a league championship. Now the intensity and everything else has to be kind of one level higher than maybe a team in the middle of the pack. Now it looks like the league championship might be out of reach. Does that change the focus, change your style?
Well, you have goals, you know, and you set your goals as a team. And one thing we wanted to play for was the you see, I'm also, and I guess everything I do relates back to my parents, my mother, and the way I was raised. I don't believe in settling for average goals. If I would have taken over here as a basketball coach and I would have told Mike, we're going to play hard to hope to finish in fourth so we can get into the NCAA tournament, I wouldn't get him and Bill to play for me, you know. And good players want to play for championships. I want to play for championships. And, you know, so you set your goals, and that was one of our goals. Well, right now it doesn't look good. Well, that doesn't mean our season's over. We've been working for 6 months trying to do something. And, you know, the game of basketball's like the difference between good teams is about this much. You know, we played just as hard when we played Kansas in here. What's the difference? We made three-pointers. Kansas missed. Well, tonight they made theirs and we missed ours. That's the difference in the game. And so now we have the most important thing we have to focus on is you know, losing is like a disease. You can't accept it. And right now, reality is we've lost 3 in a row. So we've got to come in here and prepare and really understand how hard we have to correct some things to make sure that we can figure out a way to go get a win. Nothing gets a team healthier than a win. You want to get healthy during a season, go get a win. So we've got to go get a win. And now our next goal, which was a different goal, was the Big 12 tournament. Now we have to worry about winning so we can have the best seed we can have going into the Big 12 tournament, which then gives you the opportunity of getting a bye that first day, which then gives you the opportunity to be able to compete for a championship. And once we're done with that one, then we'll deal with our last one, which is the one that I think you ask any coach in America. If they get the opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament and have a decent seed going into that, I think every coach in America will tell you that I'll take that one first, and then we'll deal with that last goal at the end.
Mike, what are you feeling right now? And what has this process been like? What have you learned about yourself up to this point?
I really can't answer that question. You know, how I'm feeling. I'm heartbroken. I'm down. You know, we just lost a game. I felt we laid our hearts on the line. You know, we gave it our all. You know, we, like Coach said, we just couldn't make shots. But I really can't answer that last question.
You know, the hardest thing for a coach to do is when your kids play so hard and you can't win, is to make them understand that it's going to be okay. Because they, you know, they're this young, they're heartbroken when they play so hard and things don't work out. And the most difficult thing is on nights like tonight, where I was pleased with our basketball team, we just couldn't do enough to win the game. You know, it's to get them to understand that it's all right. You know, you've got to understand that you're not going to be 100% successful your whole life. It's you know, it's about moving forward, and you know, sun's coming up tomorrow. And we're gonna rest our bodies. It's our first day off in 8 straight days. We've had a hard stretch, 4 games in 8 days, and you know, and be back at work on Wednesday. You know, that's what we do. We work around here.
Frank, as things sit right now, are you guys in the tournament, or is that something that you don't even concern yourself?
I didn't concern about that when we were 7-1 and 8-2. All I'm concerned about is Kansas and making sure we prepare the right way. You know, if those are decisions that us coaches don't make. You know, that's the people who sit in that room and make those decisions. The decisions we make are preparing our teams for the next game. And, you know, and that's all we can do. I'd like to think that the Big 12 Conference, which was the #1 RPI conference after the non-conference schedule, that the #3 seed in that conference deserves to be in the tournament. That would be my opinion. I would like to think that you take 4 months worth of work and it would add up to a little bit more than one bad week. But that's not my decision to make.
Anything else? Thank you.